Bosnia and Herzegovina, sometimes known as Bosnia-Herzegovina or just Bosnia, is a Balkan nation that sits at the confluence of South and Southeast Europe. Bosnia and Herzegovina is bordered to the east by Serbia, the southeast by Montenegro, and the north and southwest by Croatia. It has a 20-kilometer, 12-mile long, slender Adriatic Sea coast in the southern part of the Mediterranean region that encircles the town of Neum. Bosnia, which is located in the country's interior, experiences hot summers and chilly, icy winters. The terrain of the nation is primarily flat in the northeast, fairly hilly in the northwest, and mountainous in the middle and eastern parts. Herzegovina, a smaller, southern area of the nation, is primarily hilly and has a Mediterranean climate. The capital and largest city of the nation is Sarajevo, which is followed by Banja Luka, Tuzla, and Zenica. Humans have lived in the region that is now Bosnia and Herzegovina since at least the Upper Paleolithic, but evidence points to the establishment of permanent human settlements during the Neolithic era, including those that belonged to the Butmir, Kakanj, and Vwedel cultures. Several Celtic and Illyrian civilizations inhabited the region following the early Indo-Europeans. The nation has a long and complicated history on the cultural, political, and social fronts. The 6th through the 9th centuries saw the arrival of the ancestors of the South Slavic peoples who now call this region home. The Banate of Bosnia was founded in the 12th century, and by the 14th century it had developed into the Kingdom of Bosnia. It was included into the Ottoman Empire in the middle of the 15th century and remained under its administration until the end of the 19th. Islam was introduced by the Ottomans, who also significantly changed the country's cultural and social viewpoint. The nation was incorporated into the Austro-Hungarian monarchy from the late 19th century until the start of World War I. Bosnia and Herzegovina was a part of the Kingdom of Yugoslavia during the interwar era. It was given full republic status in the newly created Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia following World War II. Following the dissolution of Yugoslavia in 1992, the republic declared its independence. The Bosnian War followed, continuing until late 1995 before coming to an end with the signing of the Dayton Agreement. Currently, the nation is home to 3 major ethnic groups that the country's constitution refers to as constituent peoples. Between the 3 ethnic groups, the Bosniaks are the biggest, followed by the Serbs and the Croats. No of their nationality, all natives of Bosnia and Herzegovina are referred to as Bosnian in English. Jews, Roma, Albanians, Montenegrins, Ukrainians, and Turks are among the minorities that the Constitution designates as others. Bosnia and Herzegovina, which is ranked 74th in the Human Development Index, is a developing nation. Industry and agriculture are the 2 sectors that make up the majority of its economy, followed by tourism and services. The number of tourists has dramatically increased recently. The Cento-Dinaric Alps are located within the country, which is primarily mountainous. While it borders the Adriatic in the south, its northern portions extend into the Pannonian Basin. Generally running from southeast to northwest, the Dinaric Alps rise in altitude to the south. The Peak of Magli, which is 2,386 meters, 7,828.1 feet high and located near the Montenegrin border, is the highest point in the nation. Almost 50% of Bosnia and Herzegovina is covered in forests. Bosnia's center, east, and west are where the majority of its forests are located. Bosnia and Herzegovina has the 3rd highest tourism growth rate worldwide between 1995 and 2020, according to predictions made by the World Tourism Organization. 1,307,319 tourists traveled to Bosnia and Herzegovina in 2017, a rise of 13.7%, while 2,677,125 spent the night in hotels there, an increase of 12.3% from the year before. Tourists from other nations made up 71.5% of the total. Sarajevo, the capital city and venue for the 1984 Winter Olympics, came in at number 43 on Lonely Planet's 2006 list of the world's best cities. Sarajevo's tourism industry is primarily centered on historical, religious, and cultural elements. It was one of the top 10 cities to visit in 2010 according to Lonely Planet's Best in Travel list. In addition, Sarajevo triumphed over more than 100 other towns worldwide to win the 2012 Best City to Visit competition hosted by the travel website Fox Nomad. You're in for a nice surprise if your first impression of Bosnia and Herzegovina is of concrete communist architecture or 1990s pictures of town centers torn apart by war and ethno-religious conflict. Of course, our nation still bears the scars of its turbulent past, but visitors will now find renovated and beautifully restored old cities, a hospitable and lively environment, and overall more medieval monuments than socialist apartment buildings. In fact, certain communist-era artifacts, like the D0 art bunker near Konjic, sometimes known as Tito's Bunker, have grown into tourist attractions. However, the country's most appealing tourist attractions are its attractive old town centers, ancient heritage monuments, and gorgeous environment. Sarajevo, where religions and cultures have coexisted for generations, is home to some of the largest socialist housing projects as well as a colorful historical blend of East and West. It is a thriving town that has been transformed back into what it once was, the nation's contemporary capital, proud of its history, and a well-liked vacation spot for tourists of all stripes. The bustling Barija, also known as the Old Bazaar, the Sarajevo Cathedral, the Gazi Huzrev Mosque, and of course the Olympic Legacy sports facilities are among the top attractions. The Tunel Spasa, also known as the Tunnel of Hope, which provided supplies to Sarajevo residents during the war and is now a museum, is also fascinating. Another metropolitan treasure is Mostar's lovely old town, which is highlighted by the well-known Stari Most Bridge, which is included on the UNESCO World Heritage List. One of the best examples of Islamic architecture in the Balkans, it was meticulously repaired. The spectacular Mehmed Pa Sokolovi Bridge, which is located in Vigrad, is a bridge that has been listed by UNESCO. Try Banja Luka's lush parks and avenues for additional city magnificence. Last but not least, Bosnia and Herzegovina is home to the majority of the Stisai medieval tombstones graveyards, which have medievally designed tombstones. There are wonderful natural sights all across, even near to the major cities. Take a horse-drawn carriage to the spring of the Bosna to join families from Sarajevo for peaceful retreats and picnics. Another wonderful natural excursion is to the waterfalls in Kravis, which are located around 40 miles from Mostar. The water of the Trebiad River plunges around 30 meters in a stunning natural environment of tough walls, making it a popular location for rafters and city people. Other impressive waterfalls can be found in the Verdant Una National Park in the country's far west. Of course, there is also the well-known Jace Waterfall, where the Pliva River's crystal-clear waters plunge 17 meters in the middle of the town. The two surviving primeval forests in Europe, Hutovo Blato Natural Park and Sudjeska National Park, are both excellent places for nature lovers to visit for bird viewing. The medieval fortress of Pojdolj in Blagaj, where you may also locate the spring of the River Buna, or, for environmentalists, the Zelinkovac eco-village close to Mrkonji Grad, are both excellent choices for village life. The largest stake, a rare type of pre-Ottoman tombstones found all over the ancient Bosnian kingdom, collection is located just outside of Radimilja. Great kayaking spots with lots of whitewater include the Neretva River and its tributary, the Trebiad River, the Unak River, the Krvaja River and its tributary, the Biotica River. Great canoeing locations include the Middle and Lower Una Rivers, the Trebiad River, and the Pliva River with its lakes Veliko and Malo. The Winter Olympics were held in Bosnia and Herzegovina in 1984, and the country is still proud of its capacity for winter sports. There are difficult locations, particularly in the Sarajevo area. Many Olympic venues suffered significant damage during the war in the 1990s, but today's skiers will have an amazing time. If you enjoyed our video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more discovery videos.